Hey everybody, how you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. We're having sunshine outside today. It's like, yes. Um, anyway, so I'm not sewing today. I have been sewing. I have been doing some blanket stitch, as you can tell by my marks. So I have been sewing, but I'm not sewing right now. I am making something for sewing though, because I don't know if you guys know them, but there are little things called needle minders out there. They're little magnetic things that you stick to your embroidery project or your sewing project, and they hold your needle magnetically in place so you don't have to look through the sofa cushions where it went if you have to get up. Sometimes it's just easier to just slap the needle there onto the little magnet versus having to put it in your needle book or, even a pin cushion, because the pin cushion is somewhere off to the side and this little needle minder sits right on top of where you're working. So that's really a great idea. And I was thinking I really, really want one. And I've been looking for some, through Etsy, and there are some of the such cute ones out there. But earlier today, I remembered that I have air dry clay still from another project that I did last year sometime. And it's actually still like really nice and pliable. So I will use this. And I remembered I have this thing for years and years and years. It's been sitting on my refrigerator. I have no idea where it is from. Where I got it, what it is, but I did harvest the magnets out of there, and just now I think there's something else in here. I'm gonna cut this open more. Where did my scissors go? Here. So you can buy these little magnets. I'm pretty sure Amazon and Walmart and craft stores sell them. So like I said, I harvested mine because I have this, and honestly, I have another one. It's still on the fridge. I don't know where they're from. I don't know where I got them, who gave them to me. They just showed up one day as a lot of things in my house. Anyway, so I figured, hey, hold on a second. Let me take this apart. And I'm sure we all have a fridge magnet or two that we can take apart. You don't have to go out and buy anything, or, you can buy these. I don't know. They're probably just called magnets. I'm going to see if I can find some, like on Amazon, someplace where, everybody has access to, and then I'm going to link them below. But not affiliated, so it doesn't, I'm pretty sure you can also buy them locally someplace at your craft shops. So let's open this and see what else is in here, because I can feel something in there. Something more, maybe another magnet. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see. Oh, now I remember. I think they lit up at one point. That's right. They no longer light up. I guess the battery is empty. But they did light up at one point. You know what? I'm going to keep this too. All it needs is a new battery. I can make something light up. Little button, and then this will... Oh, yeah. Sorry, little pumpkin. Yeah. This might come in handy for some other ideas. I'm definitely going to keep this in this has to go, sadly. Maybe I think of something to use this for. However, so I have air dry clay that I've had still around the house. These things aren't that expensive. I think I paid like $9 for the whole. It was quite a bit more in there. And I was thinking I can just make myself a little needle minder and pop one of these magnets in the back. I'm sure I will have to glue this on, and then this is the other magnet for on the back of the work, so that this magnet will hold it to your work, and this magnet in the needle minder will hold your needle to the minder. Ooh! They do stick together. Not on this side, I guess. Maybe this way? Yes. Huh. Okay, so, and then I was thinking I want like a little rainbow shape or something, but then I remembered all my cute little stamps I have that I could be using. So I might have to make a couple of these and just get more magnets, or raid my fridge for some more magnets to take apart. And of course you can use any kind of other things to just make marks in the clay. Right, you don't even need a rolling pin. Anything flat will do. I have this little thing on my desk. It holds all my little hand lotion samples that a friend of mine gives me. So this is on my desk, and let's get going. And I'm gonna flatten it out with this You can use a rolling pin if you have one. Oh, I think I have, I don't know where it went. Never mind. I'm not going to look for it. I have a little brayer, a little wooden brayer that could be used probably for this. But I have no idea where I put it. So obviously I can't use it. Anyway, I have a little bit of water here because it's sometimes necessary to for the clay. So this is the one I have. It works really well for, you know, little projects like that. There's a whole bunch of different ones out there. If you have some at home, use that. If you need to buy some, look around. You know, it doesn't have to be anything super expensive. This is just... Oh, let me take my rings off. I don't want those full of, you know, goodness. All right. Let's see. I may have to make a couple. So, what you do is... I usually put a little bit of water in my hands because this is a little older. Absolutely close it up. Mine is in here and it lives in this little plastic bag. And I will spray this in here with a little bit of water before I put it away again because it's air dry, so air will dry it. Put it away, make sure that it's absolutely covered, okay? Even when you're still using it, like I might, you know, make a couple of these, so I will get a little more later, but you in between, you really want to just cover it up because it starts drying out rather quickly. So let's make this a little pliable. Now, again, I'm just going to use this to flatten it out a bit. And you can probably use some parchment paper on the bottom here instead of what I'm using. That might actually be a really good idea so that it doesn't stick to your whatever, countertop or whatever you're using. I'm just using my cutting mat. And if you have a... you also can put baby powder down. I don't have any at the moment, but you could put a little bit of baby powder down. That makes it also not stick so much. Okay. It will shrink a little when it dries, so don't roll it out too thin. Okay? No. We don't want any of the cracks in there. Because if it's too thin, it will crack on you when it dries, because again, it will shrink as it dries. Now, let's see on the other side. Okay. You don't want any air bubbles. See, there was an air bubble and it just blew up, because that can, when it dries again, can break it. So definitely. There we go. Yep. Here we go. Now, there's a couple of ways that I want to go, and I'm not sure. First, I thought I'm just going to make a little rainbow shape, which probably would be super cute. And then I remembered all my little stamps here, and my friend Sandy sent me this stamp with bees on it, you know, because super cute, and she wanted me to have one. And I have one of these acrylic blocks that you put these stamps on to print with them. I use any flat surface as a mixing surface that I have, and this was stamp ink, and I remember vaguely thinking, oh, is this ink permanent? And wasn't sure, but I think I got my answer, because this is not coming off anymore. So you don't need one of these acrylic blocks. If you don't have one, I frequently cannot find one when I put them somewhere. You can also use just any lid of a ink pad, or this is usually the one that I use off my blank. And this is the black ink, by the way, so apparently it is permanent. So you just put it on here, and then you can stamp your image into the clay. So you don't even need one of those big fancy acrylic pads. You may want to clean your stamp before you do this. So let's see. Well, I don't really mind that much. I'm gonna put another one right here to see which one I like better. Actually, I think I like this one a bit better. Let's see, where's the other one? Right here. I have this big one that I got at the thrift store. It has different patterns on it. I think I like this one the best. Let's just make a little... Again, you should probably clean it before you stamp on here with it, but it's not that bad. Okay. This is quite nice. And you could also... Oh, this is my flower press. I have my pressed flowers in here. Let me see. Let me get this out of the way. All my pressed flowers over the months, I put them in here. You could probably just take out some of your pressed flowers and put them on there, and then put maybe some, ooh, what do you call it, over the top. Well, come out, you know, something like this. And I have a tiny little, gotta go look, because I know I have small daisies in here too, like really small ones, like these. Not the big ones, smaller ones right there. I think that would be really cute. Let me see if I, look, I have this. I think that would be super cute. Maybe another daisy. Let's see. Push this maybe in a little more. And I'm just yeah, that might not be a good idea if I make the top wet. Just push it in. You may want to glue it on later after you cut out your, and then put a Mod Podge over the top. That would work, I think. What if, yeah, making pressed flowers wet is a really good idea, Bridget. But, oh, it worked. It's in there now. There we go. Ta-da! It worked! And then you would need a knife. And I did not bring a knife. And my craft knife isn't here either. But you probably could just use anything to maybe, let's see. Well, this. How would I want to do this? Maybe like this? That's a rather big needle minder, isn't it? Let's get this out. I think I need a knife. I don't know where my knife went. I'm gonna go grab, hold on. Hold on, I might have one. I have, haha, this thing. And it should have something in it that I can use. Like, for example, this thing. And then you can just cut it out, like so. In whatever shape you want. You could probably just make little heart shapes. That would be adorable. Like so, around the bee. I'm just gonna make it, oh, I got into this one, oh well. Kind of just make it a rough shape for now. And then you would make your finger a little wet and kind of smooth out the edges a little. know, some thread. There's always thread on my desk. Always, always, always. All right. If this works out, I might put some in my shop. Wouldn't that be cute? So basically all you do is smooth out the edges. And you may have to, oh, cat hair, really. And you may have to sand them when it's done, but I like to see and get it as smooth as I can now so that there's not a lot of sanding in the end. There we go. Oh, maybe I want this just round. Like so. Or you could make a moon shape. That would be fun, wouldn't it? A little moon. Oh, I might try that actually. Let me see. I know I'm gonna have to. I don't have enough magnets on my fridge to make as many as I have ideas right now. So I think I'm going to have to get some more magnets. There we go. And this air dry clay is really nice because you can paint it afterwards with acrylic paint, and I even put some watercolor on mine. I'll blend you in a picture of a little heart shape, like an anatomical heart I made out of this air dry clay. That was the previous project that I made with it, and that turned out really well, and that was just painted with my watercolors. So you can use watercolors too, and that's probably what I'm going to do with these. Oh, look, that's pretty. I wouldn't mind this sitting on my embroidery projects. Get out of my way. And then you could probably push your magnets in there. You will have to glue them in because this, again, this dries. And it shrinks as it dries, so it will make this a little wider, and I'm pretty sure the magnet would not stick in it. But at least you can, put a little indentation in where you want your magnet in the end so that it doesn't stick out too far. Here we go. Let's get this back out. Come on, come on. There you go. I think that would be rather cute. You can paint it a nice little color, and the indentations would stay, white if you cleaned your if you cleaned your stamps off first. The indentations would stay white like on this bee, and then the outside would be colored if you just go over it with your watercolors. So this is one. I'm going to pop it right there. I'm going to take this next, and I think I want this cut a little more, so I'm just going to go around here. Oh. I'm so excited. I can't wait for these to dry. Air dry clay takes a couple of days to dry. Between a couple of hours to a couple of days for it completely to dry, depending on how thick you make how thick this is. It will take a little longer, or it can be a little shorter drying period. Do I want to? Maybe just a little, huh? Go a little bit like so. Yes, I think that would be nice. Without getting too much into the bee. Just give it a bit of a shape on the outside. That would be cute. Oop. Over here. There we go. Wow. Get your finger wet again. And of course, if you don't have any stamps or anything, they are really easy to get at the thrift stores. They always, always, always have stamps. Trust me on that one. and really cute ones, and for quite reasonable prices. I'd rather buy them at the thrift store because at the craft shops they are expensive. But at the thrift stores you get them for quite reasonable prices. Let me grab a small brush here. A small brush, just any brush. Oh, this is actually my good brush. Okay. To get in here, make these edges a bit better in here, just to smooth them out a little. To give all these edges like a round edge. I think I might have to actually go on this one more time with my stamp. Now, stamping a second time exactly onto it isn't. It's always like, you know, a gamble. Oh, maybe I can pop this on here, like so, and then lift it up with the clay together. Oh, no, that didn't work. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just for me. There we go. Make sure you don't make the clay too wet when you fix the edges and stuff, because if it's too wet it can get quite runny and quite pliable. And see, this is like, you know, you don't want it too wet, because you can always, when it's dry, sand it a little. So I'm gonna just go over the back because I don't want it to stick there. Whoop. Right, now this one, which may actually turn out to be my absolute favorite. I want to keep all these little scraps. I'm very stingy with my clay, so I'm always keeping all the scraps. Here it is. I may want this a little closer too. And this definitely would need some acrylic, clear acrylic varnish or something over the top, so that, you know, your plants don't fall off. But don't put it on until it's absolutely dry. So that would be tomorrow. And I'm sad that the daisies don't come out more. I need to go look through my dried flowers a bit more. I'm pretty sure I have different color flowers in there. And I mean, you know, spring is coming. I can dry more and make, I don't think I'm going to use this one. There we go. Again, just smooth out the edges a little. And you don't have to press the magnets in the back when the clay is still wet. I mean, you can always just glue them on top. Whoop, whoop. Of the back side here. I haven't seen a bought one, so I'm not sure how they would handle it, but if you have one, you could maybe take inspiration from that and, you know, either put the magnet on the inside of your, and it has to be a fairly, I mean, you don't want a weak magnet. You don't want one of those flat type refrigerator magnets because they may not go all the way through, the magnetism may not reach all the way through the paper clay, if I'm making any sense. You know, you want this to be still magnetic on the other side. Let's see if this, here's a needle. Yep, still works. So this thickness, however much that is, I think it's, let me grab my, here. It's not quite a quarter of an inch, if you can see. So this size, this thickness still makes it magnetic on the other side. Let's see if this works too. Oop. Yep, still works. So you need a good magnet. The flat type refrigerator magnets will probably not work. At least the ones I have, they are not strong enough. They would just, or I think they're not strong enough. Certainly you can try it out. But I think what I will do is buy some and make some more of these because this is fun. I'm having fun. I used to sculpt way more than I do now. It's sad. I should sculpt more again. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for now. Let's see if I can clean this up a little. Make it greener. I think I need to fix this when it's all dry. But wouldn't that be so cute with a little shiny top coat over the, and you do need to, you do need to wait for it to completely dry before you put the top coat on, okay? And before you glue the magnet to the back. Let's see if we can make some more. Oh, I have a crown. That would be fun, right? And I haven't used it, so it's still pretty clean. No anything on there. All right, let's see. Let's get the needle out of the way. Okay, this is here. Let's flatten this out again. This might need a little bit more water. Whoop. Magnets. Come on, over here. Okay, let's give it a bit more water before we go on. And again, you can have way more professional tools than I have here. It's just what I have, and I'm always trying to use what I have around the house and what most people might have around the house to use so that it's not prohibitive for anybody to just go and do that. I mean, yes, you still have to buy the clay probably. There are recipes out there how to make your own air dry clay. Go check out Pinterest. There are a bunch. I don't know what it needs, or, you know, I think some of them are using wallpaper paste, which I don't have at home at the moment, but I'm trying to get probably after. I'm going on vacation, guys. I'm going on vacation in May. I'm visiting my friend Sid down in California. I'm so psyched. You have no idea. I'm going to take lots of photos. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, so there are you can make there are recipes out there to make your own air dry clay. Personally, I buy it. It's where is it's $9. Like I said, that package is $9. They also go on sale every now and then. This is a lid to some candles, a glass container of candles that my friend gets all the time, and she's giving me those glass containers because I use these as mixing wells for my watercolors. So they come in handy, and she keeps, when the candles are burned out, she gives them to me. And the actual candle glass underneath are such a nice size. I use them as drinking glasses in my house. So, you know, a lid, anything will do if you don't have a rolling pin. But thrift stores also sell rolling pins. I got a really cute one from my daughter. She likes to bake, so I got her that one. It says "just roll with it" on it, which was, I think, really cute. She got that for Christmas a few years ago from me. Last year? No, 2 years ago. Right, let's see. Let's make a crown one. And you can make them as large or as small as you want, obviously. Oh, I have the beehive too. Maybe, see, I have that little beehive too. That's quite large. I mean, I don't know, depending on how large your embroidery projects are, you can get as big or as small as you like. I think this is a good size for what I usually do. But if you have a larger quilt, it just now occurred to me, if you have a larger quilt, a larger size needle minder might be easier to find on your big quilt. You could put 2 magnets in here. I have not used them, so I'm not sure how well any of this would work in a larger size. So mind that when you listen to me. I'm just experimenting and I'm taking you along. Taking you along with me on this. Oh, this didn't come out quite as nice as I was hoping. Okay, we redo this. I don't like this one. We'll do this again. And that's the nice part about clay. All you have to do is just smush it down and, condition it again, and you can go again. I really like these 3. I really do. I'm going to paint the little bee. Definitely. I need more magnets. I'm going to make some more. If you guys would like some, if you guys think that's a good idea and think I should make some for my little shop, let me know. I'm not asking you to actually, commit to buying them, but if you just to let me know if you think it's a good idea to put this in my shop. I don't know. I don't have an Etsy shop. I have a coffee shop over on coffee.com, which is nice because I can put in pay what you can instead of just a price, which I very much like. I used to do sidewalk sales. See, sidewalk pirate. So I used to make sidewalk sales over on Instagram, and I think I'm going to keep that by. I'm going to do another one maybe in fall when I have a couple of things made that can actually go into the sidewalk sale. And anyway, I put up things that I just had made and I have no room for, because eventually you run out of room to store all that stuff and you need to get rid of it. So some every so often I had a sidewalk sale before I had the shop, and I would say just pay what you think it's worth, plus shipping, because I can't afford shipping for everybody. So it keeps it affordable for people that might not otherwise have a way to purchase things. And but if you like, I am on a budget and I still want to support local and small indie artists as much as I can, but sometimes the prices are just too much for me because I am on a budget. And if I, buy one thing here, then I can't get any materials for my own art or, something. And most sales are always at the end of the month, which are very exclusive as well, because most people that are on budgets or that are that have to household with their money have everything planned out by the end of the month, and usually most of the fun money is gone by then too. So I'm trying to make my sales beginning of the month so that they're more accessible to people. And oh, I love this one. This is my absolute favorite one out of all of these. The others are really pretty. This might be pretty too. Let's see. Oh, that would be okay. We're doing this again. So I'm doing probably this fall. I'm going to do another sidewalk sale over on Instagram, and I'm going to post it here before I get that started. And again, these are pay what you can plus shipping, and they've always been fun. And things got out of here and to homes that I knew would appreciate it, and it makes art more accessible in my eyes. Yes, I may have gotten less than if I had sold it at a gallery or at my shop, but really, would I have gotten it? Because it sat in the shop, or it sat in the gallery, or it sat here at my house, not being listed anywhere. Some of these things are just sketches that I've made for other things, and again, they just take up my space. And eventually I'm in a small apartment. I'm in an 800 square foot apartment, and I do want to downsize even further if we get a plot of land. I do want to go into tiny house living, so I can't take everything, and I don't have room for everything, and that would be this way. I know it goes to people that actually want it and that actually will appreciate it and that are happy to have it. And honestly, to me, that's worth a lot. Maybe more than the money that I would have gotten somewhere else, honestly, because money is nice, but it's not everything. There we go. You could probably use cookie cutters to stamp these out too. I put this down hard. Okay, let's see. I like these. These look like sort of, I don't know, something you would find at when you dig up an old well, or I don't know. I find these ceramic bits at the shore. We go down to the beach. I live really close to the ocean up here, and when we go down to the beach, these things wash up. And one of those beaches used to be actually an old landfill, and there's lots of old broken pottery and glass and like really, really cool things down there. And I have taken some of those home and made necklaces out of the little ceramic pieces that I found, which was fun. Some I painted on because they were just one kind of color, and some some had prints on it, like really pretty ceramic prints, like they were plates or bowls or something. Oh, this is pretty too. I can just see this in a pretty, like maybe a teal or a turquoise, and the leaves, the little lines will be still white because they're recessed. Or you could, put the color in the recesses, and then that would be nice. I think I like that too, and it's a little bit of a bigger size. Well, here are, let me put this further over. Here are the 4 we made today. Maybe it'll give you an idea. Maybe you would like to make some also. Again, these little magnets can be found in a lot of places, and they will go on the back. I will glue them on once everything is dry, and then paint it, and then I can use them. And if you think this is a good idea for me to make some to go in my shop, please let me know. I'd be happy to. I could maybe even, wouldn't it be fun to make custom ones? That would be fun. I think I have even letters somewhere, stamp letters that I can put in. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you make some. If you do, please, please, please show me on Instagram. I'm sidewalk.pirate on Instagram. And, show off what you make. Make some. Use them. They're fun. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep on playing a little while longer. I see you later. I'm going to show you these when they are finished, painted, and dried and everything. I'm going to show them in probably one of the other videos as a sort of on the side, okay? But I'm so excited. They're so cute. See you later.